Alright, here are the video notes for completing the square. I'm going to be following these steps so you can go ahead and follow along. So to complete the square, the coefficient of x squared must be 1. If not, you need to divide the equation by the value of a so that a does equal 1. So we're going to start off by doing example 1, and they want us to solve for the zeros of the quadratic function below. In order to do that, we need to make y equals 0 and rewrite the equation as 0 equals x squared minus 8x minus 24. The first step is to take the c term out of the way by moving it over to the other side. So then they went ahead and they added 24 to both sides. And that's how they got x minus 8x equals 24. The second step is to take half of the b term and square it. Well, my b term is negative 8. So I do negative 8 divided by 2, and I square it. Negative 8 divided by 2 is negative 4, and negative 4 squared is 16. We now need to add that 16 to both sides of our equation. Well, that gives us x squared minus 8x plus 16 equals 40. I can now go ahead and I can factor this side. Well, I list my factors of 16, 1 and 16, 2 and 8, 4 and 4. And they need to add up to negative 8. Well, that means that they're going to have to be negative numbers. And the pair that adds up to negative 8 are my negative 4 and negative 4. So I can rewrite this as x minus 4 times x minus 4 equals 40. Since those are the same terms, that's the same binomial, I can write it as x minus 4 squared equals 40. Now I can take the square root of both sides. You get x minus 4 equals plus or minus the square root of 40. Well, if I want to simplify the square root of 40, I can list its factors as the square root of 4 and the square root of 10. I can't break 10 down any further, but I know that the square root of 4 is 2, so the square root of 40 is the same as 2 times the square root of 10. So I get x minus 4 equals plus or minus 2 times the square root of 10. And then to solve for x, I just need to add 4 to both sides. And we would write it with the 4 first, plus or minus 2 times the square root of 10. And that's our final answer. So let's try this again with number 2. Again, to complete the square, the coefficient of x squared must be 1. Well, right now, the coefficient is 5. So we need to divide both sides of the equation by 5. Well, 0 divided by 5 is still just 0. 5 divided by 5 is 1, so we get x squared. 20 divided by 5 is 4. And 60 divided by 5 is 12. So now that our coefficient of x squared is 1, I can move on to step 1 of completing the square. I need to get the c term out of the way. So I go ahead and I add 12 to both sides. 12 equals x squared plus 4x. Now I need to take my b term, divide it by 2, and square it. So I get 4 divided by 2 squared. Well, 4 divided by 2 is just 2. 2 squared is 4. So now I'm going to add 4 to both sides. I get 16 equals x squared plus 4x plus 4. I can go ahead then and factor this side, and I would get 16 equals x plus 2 times x plus 2. 2 times 2 multiplies to 4. 2 and 2 add to 4. It's the same binomial, so I can write it as x plus 2 squared. Take the square root of both sides. I get plus or minus 4 equals x plus 2. That means that x plus 2 equals positive 4, or x plus 2 equals negative 4. I subtract 2 from both sides on both equations. I get that x equals 2 or x equals -6. And I've gone ahead and solved for the roots or the zeros or the x-intercepts of the quadratic function. Before class tomorrow, I would like it if you went ahead and tried to do example 3 on your own in your notebook or on a separate sheet of paper and come to class with that done. Hope you had a good weekend.